Taurus, welcome to your end of February 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Serena here. So I'm doing the Wild Unknown Tarot, which I really enjoy. I can't stop singing its praises. I remember when I bought it, I was at a Macy's store and I just happened to see it. I'd never seen that deck before, and I had a gift card and I just grabbed it to try to, have something to buy, and it turned out to be a really good one. So, one of my favorites. And it's hard for me to find decks that I really like. I tend to just go for the traditional, and I just love the artwork of this. I'm really kind of bonded with it. So the heart of the matter is the Moon card. This is a card of creativity, a card of, in relationships, kind of not knowing what's going on. Perhaps there's something that you feel is happening. You can't put your finger on it. It's like, what is really happening? In some cases, there could be addiction with that person, so they're acting funny, and you don't know why they're acting that way. You can't figure it out. But there's something going on with them. If they're changing their patterns, you may suspect that they're cheating. In the past position, we have the Two of Pentacles. This can, whenever you have the number 2 and there's duality, it can indicate that somebody is kind of like going back and forth between two relationships. And with the Moon card, I definitely could see something like that. And I was just when I was doing the reading for Cancer, I was discussing Valentine's Day and how that's like a commercialized holiday, and people tend to get caught up in it sometimes because it's pushed on us, and it triggers for those people who are feeling uncomfortable in their relationship a sense of, it can be quite a bit of anxiety because they know that their relationship doesn't match up to this ideal. But what I was saying was that no one should ever try to aspire to be, this commercialized version. The most important thing is that that the person that you're with cares about you, and anything else should not really be such a big deal, I don't think. But that might be what's going on with you, is that you're afraid that this person is involved with somebody else and they're not really there for you. The higher message, so this is a spiritual message, is the Daughter of Cups. Isn't that beautiful, those colors? Which translates to the Page of Cups and other decks. This is the card of somebody who may be naive, gullible, willing to believe the lies that somebody else is telling them. The Moon card can indicate deception. So the worst form of deception isn't what somebody else does to us. It's what we do to ourselves, I feel. A person can lie to me, and if it seems that person isn't telling the truth, but I still make excuses for them, then I'm actually doing the worst thing of all, because I'm totally in denial. And I should have mentioned here, this is the Challenge card. And I have been getting this card. Isn't it funny that I've been getting this card over and over again? Because this is about reuniting. But it's in the challenge position. Or commitment. It can be about commitment. So it's possible that some of you are in this situation where you're feeling like the commitment isn't there. And yet you're being kind of, maybe you're being, what's that term, strung along by the person, like they are pretending, or you feel like it's that they're pretending that they're going to do it, and it never happens. And again, actions speak louder than words. So if somebody is promising something and there's nothing to show for it, then you have to be willing to walk and really mean it, not just give like idle threats. What I have, I don't give advice, but if I were in that position and let's say I had been with somebody for several years and they were just kind of seeing me whenever and they didn't want to live together or they didn't want to get married or anything like that, what I would do is in my mind, well, first of all, I would tell that person, I said, I'm looking for a full-time relationship. And I wouldn't be, saying that in an accusatory way. I would just be making a statement. And in my mind, I would give them maybe 9 months, maybe 6 months. And if nothing transpired, even though they promised it would, then I would just begin to distance myself from that relationship because I would realize that it's not what I want. However, if you're happy with a person and, you see them, frequently, but they haven't made they haven't said to you, let's get married, and that's something that really is what you want, maybe you can like look at it and say, do I really need to be married? Is this just, am I kind of embodying somebody else's values, or could it be that I can be happy with where I am right now? Especially if you have no plans of having children or something like that, or at least right now. Some people put pressure on situations that they don't need to, that are perfectly fine as they are. And so it's not, a one-size-fits-all by any stretch of the imagination. But definitely this card is in the challenge position. So there's some kind of a possibility of reuniting, but is that the right thing? Or commitment. What's coming in is represented by the King of Cups or the Father of Cups in this deck. And this can be like a water sign individual who is mature. Sometimes this can even be like a clergy figure or a counselor who you are going to in order to help you deal with a situation. But if this is a person, maybe, I don't know, with that Two of Pentacles, are you kind of juggling two relationships? I didn't think of that. Or I thought of it, but I didn't. I'm always afraid to say that because, you get the inevitable, I don't cheat. Cheating is terrible. And it's like, I'm not accusing anybody. So Father of Cups, this could be like a person who is a water sign, but he's very mature in his emotions. He doesn't use emotions to manipulate. Now the Moon card is at the centerpiece of this reading, so the Moon card does connect with Pisces, and the Moon in astrology rules Cancer. So I don't know if you have anybody like this in your life, but okay, this might be Team Cancer because the outcome card I get is the Six of Cups. This is actually the soulmate card, but it is connected to Cancer. And in the terms of the transits that are occurring astrologically, well, first of all, because the North Node is transiting through Cancer, and Cancer is a fellow water sign to you, that is the 5th house of romance for Pisces. You're not Pisces. What am I talking about? Okay, so for you, Taurus, this is going to be, what house would this be? Okay, now I actually have this, so it's the 11th house. Okay, so that to me is not, I guess I was thinking of timing more than anything. So, I was thinking of the person being a Pisces, which for a Taurus person is actually quite good. It's actually a a sextile to you. But in terms of the Six of Cups being a Cancer, and this King of Cups might be a Cancer as well, this is also soulmate energy. So if you have been deciding between two people, since we have two cards like this that are twos that can indicate making a decision, I think that the person who is a water sign, if it's a Pisces or Cancer, is the one that you're going to decide, and they will have that kind of soulmate quality to them. So that's really nice. I mean, if this is like a romantic situation, so and it really did come across that way. And I think mainly because of the Two of Cups. But if there is some kind of a person, if you feel like a little bit in the dark about a relationship, and there is any kind of question in your mind, and somebody doesn't want to commit, then I feel like you have to hold yourself out, because these cards, to me suggest somebody who's more emotionally mature, and also somebody who may be meant for you in that sense. So that stuff I said about the North Node, that was actually in your 11th house, not your not your 5th house. But in any case, I hope I didn't confuse anybody. This whole reading was for Taurus, and I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.